And Uncle Bull Cow is in the building, and today we're going to be making Jamaican pepper sauce. That's right. Mrs. Bull Cow, I haven't done a hot sauce video in a while, and it's very hard. My kitchen's very small, and the tripod, it just doesn't work. So when it's nice outside, if we're doing some roasted peppers or smoked peppers, we'll do one outside, and so on. So, but last year we did a couple here at the table with my daughter, and so she's busy right now. She doesn't seem too interested. So I'm going to go ahead and show you guys today how to make a true Jamaican hot sauce. This is Jamaican pepper sauce. Now, I call it Caribbean because I usually throw a few scorpions in there, and just to be, you know, accurate. What I've got here is a bunch of Caribbean peppers and Caribbean crosses. There's Scotch bonnets, there's lemon starburst, Bohemian goats, habanero, the red Caribbean habaneros, and there's some unripe Scotchies in there. And people are like, wait a minute, unripe? Why would you put unripe ones in your sauce? They just do that, okay? And I love the sauce that's made with the blend, the mixture. So I'm just going to show you the ingredients as I'm throwing them in the blender. So we got scallions. That's right, scallions. Get the scallions up in there. We also have shadow Benny, a lot of it. If you guys aren't familiar with this, the other name for this is culantro. But shadow Benny, Shandon Benny, is Chandonbeni, I believe. But it's culantro. In Jamaica, it's called shadow Benny. You want a lot of this. This is a full bunch, stems and all. Oh no, I should have put this in last because now the peppers are not gonna fit in there if I try to do this how I'm doing it, or I'm gonna cut my hand on the blades. Major fail, Uncle Bull Cow. All right, so peppers. I'm going in with KSLS, red Caribbean habaneros, some Bohemian goats. There's some MOA Scotch bonnets in here. There's I don't even remember. Just a bunch of Caribbean peppers and a bunch of Caribbean crosses. You wonder why I call it Caribbean. You say, where's the scorpions? You will see. The first thing we're going to do is get all of this in here. Oh, Lord, if I can. I'm going to have to do a double chop. So we're going to, when you get in a situation like this, the best thing to do is get your top on there and pulse it. Oh, let's move in the camera because it's touching the table. Usually if you pulse it down, you get room so you can fit the rest of your stuff in there. So going in the rest of our Caribbean peppers. Set that over there for now. Then shadow Benny, aka culantro. It does taste a little bit like cilantro. It's not the same plant. Not related. This is spicier. And it's better. Limes. At least 2 of them. Now, some people like to put the lime juice. Some people put the whole lime peeled. Other people put the whole lime with the peel. I don't mind if I put a little bit of lime zest once in a while in it. But, you know, you don't have to. I just say right now I just need this juice. So, then, one more. Yeah, baby. No, I don't have a lime juicer. I'm just using my hands right now. Yeah. All right. So there we go. There's our main ingredients. You can throw a little bit of thyme in it. Thyme is used in a lot of Jamaican cuisine, and a little bit of allspice. You don't want to put too much of this stuff or it'll come out tasting like jerk. I want to keep this separate from that. So now, ready to get this thing blended. Pulse it a few times. Everything broken up, then you're gonna do the 1, 2, 3. Stop right there before you go to 3. You're going to hit it with some old apple cider vinegar, baby, with the mother, organic, of course. Pour this in. Just going to loosen it up. You don't want to pour too much because you're going to use the rest of this to finish off the sauce. We're just doing this so we can get this blended. Number 3. We'll be right back. And you can see we got that all nice and mashed up. So what you're normally going to do with this is you're going to put some salt in it. You're going to put it in a jar and let it sit for 3 days. That's right. Now, I already have some that I did in a controlled environment for 5 days here. So I'm going to mix it with the fresh. Put it in the pan. Remember, if you want that true taste, you really want that taste, let this sit in a jar. Put salt in it. You can do 2% by weight. I don't have to do that today because I already have this. This one's one that I already did. I'm mixing it with the fresh to make the sauce. This is the true Jamaican pepper sauce right here. You let that thing sit for a little while and don't be impatient. Now, this is where we put the rest of our vinegar in. Now, this is for Mrs. Bolkow. This is not a sauce that I'm, for anybody else. It's not on the market, not anything like that. I've been making it so long, I'm not using measurements or anything right now. But if you want exact measurements, I can put that in the description below. And we can do weight, measurements, all that, however you want to. So now I got my pepper mash is cooking right now. And like I said, there is a couple things going on in there. There's half of that was fermented. What you can do is if you have a burper, if you know what you're doing, you can do it in a controlled environment. If you just have a big old jar and you just want to put it in that and just kind of keep an eye on it, you can also do that. So we're going to let this come up to temperature. And then once we're at 180 for 20 minutes, guess what? We're golden. The first thing I'm going to do, though, before this gets too hot, is we're going to test the pH of it. Now, this is very, very thick. This, if you were making a sauce, for bottle and everything like this, you'd probably want to hit it with a stick blender. But this is basically just a pepper mash for Mrs. Bolkow and myself to enjoy. So this right here, you can bring this up to 180 and you can put it in your fridge in a container and it'll stay for a very long time. If you want to bottle it, maybe we'll try to bottle some up in a regular small bottle. Yeah, we might do that for you. All right, let's check the pH of this. And we're coming in with the pH at 3.5 on the nose. Look at that. That's tasty. 3.5 pH. Now, remember, I have the lime juice in there, the apple cider vinegar, but I also had some fermented mash. And that's why the pH is so low, and I didn't have to hit it with a whole bunch of vinegar. We're going to cover this, let this cook down for a little bit, and we'll be right back. And we are back. All right, so the sauce has been cooking for a while, 180 degrees, and this is the perfect temperature for you to bottle. If you want to, like I said, if this is something that you're making a small batch to eat in a day or two, you don't have to go through this process. But if you want this for shelf life, the 3.5, 3.6, even 3.7 pH plus bottling it hot. I do not have a cap here. My cap's over there, but I do have an empty bottle, so I'll show you. All you have to do is put the cap on it, invert it, just to always make sure that it's sanitized. My bottles are pre-sanitized anyway, and this is just for us to eat. So, all right, let me get this thing turned down, and I'm just using this for now because this is what I have handy. This is lab heat-proof, non-BPA plastic right here, though. You guys like my ice cream scooper? My ladle is in the dishwasher. I have a certain ladle I use for hot sauce. All right. Bottling up. Always want to use one of these bad boys. And I found that sometimes if you, with these thicker sauces and mashes and stuff like this, if you kind of hold the thing up, if this is what you're doing, it seems to go in better. You don't have as many issues. It's like it doesn't create this suction or something like that. So there it is. Boom. Now, if you're looking for something, if you're looking to maybe not have such a brown color like this, that's hot, then you can make something like this. This is pretty much the same sauce as that. It is the same sauce as that, except for this one, I did not put any of the red peppers in. So this one is all using the yellow peppers and the green peppers and some of the oranger peppers. But this does not have the red peppers in it, and that's why the color is different on it. Okay. So, yeah, that's it. In case I forget to put it in the description, let me just go through what I use. Between the peppers and the mash together, so you're going to say 1 pound of peppers approximately, give or take. If you have a little less or a little bit more, that's fine. Tablespoon of salt when you make your mash. You can do weight. You can do 2%, or you can even do 3% if you want, if it makes you feel more comfortable. 3 days in the jar. Some people in Jamaica, they actually put the jar outside in the sun just for 1 day. Okay, and it just gives it just enough of a little tiny ferment. And this is not technically a fermented hot sauce. Okay, it's not considered a fermented hot sauce, but it's something that draws out flavors when it sits just like that. The salt protects it. You don't get any mold or anything. The controlled environment, you can do 5 days. So a pound of peppers, tablespoon of salt, 2 limes, 1 bunch of shadow benny, aka culantro, a couple scallions, and you can throw in a couple other seasonings here. Now, some people do use garlic. I don't, because I make a lot of hot sauces that have garlic, and I don't want this one going in that direction. I want this to be separate, and so I do not use garlic for this sauce. If you don't have scallions laying around and you're about to make this sauce, you can throw a couple onions in there. But this is it's a true Jamaican pepper sauce, and I've been eating this stuff for, I think, about 30 years now, and I've made it so many times. So hopefully this was helpful for you guys. Go ahead and use this recipe. It's there for you, and that's why I'm making this video for you guys, so you can make it. We will be making more videos like this. This was just really quick. My wife's been telling me do some more hot sauce videos, and I'm like, okay, when I get time, I don't mind it. And she absolutely loves this sauce. The reason it's called Caribbean is because this actually has yellow scorpions in it. So did the mash. That mash that I put in with that was actually what I made this sauce from. So this is going to be outstanding. This is very hot. Woo. So thank you guys for watching. If you haven't done so already, make sure you subscribe, hit the bell for all notifications, and like this video. Really helps us out so that people can actually see this content, because to be honest, one of the reasons that I stopped making hot sauce videos is they weren't getting much reach, and so I said, you know what, I said they're time consuming. This one, of course, was not. So if it's something quick like this and it's something easy like this, especially if Mrs. Bolkow is asking me to make her some, no problem. I love you guys. Come on.